Today I have a book haul to show you. At this point I'm just accepting the inevitable fact that there will just always be a book haul at some point in the year for me to share. I thought I would share it having recently just acquired the books instead of waiting another 6 to 12 months, which is what I usually do by the time I get around to doing a book haul. A couple of weeks ago I got another couple of books, so I thought it was the perfect time to do a book haul and share them all. Without any more talking, here are all the books I've got to show you. I'm going to start with paperbacks as there's slightly more of them. First up is Legendary by Stephanie Garber, which is the second in the Caraval trilogy. I adored Caraval. It took me a while to pick this one up because I think it was following a different character. I think it was her sister, and I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but the third one just came out and I think it's continuing the whole series and all the same characters. So I thought I'd pick it up, and if it's anything like the first one, then I will adore it. I think it's like I don't know if it's a traveling circus, or it's basically this girl and her sister goes missing, or she runs away to this circus, and each night the circus is on, she tries to find another clue in order to try and find where her sister is. Then we have A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab, which is the third book in a Darker Shade of Magic trilogy. I've only read the first one. I read it about at least 4 years ago, but I already have the second one as well, so I have the whole trilogy, which is what I kind of intended, so I can just read them all together, because I'm going to reread the first one because I've basically forgotten everything that's happened. It's about 4 Londons and this young adult person is he a magician or a wizard or something? Oh my god. And he can travel between these 4 Londons, but one of the Londons you don't go to because it's like really evil, or the system collapsed or something, and basically you're not supposed to take anything from either of the Londons, and he ended up, something by accident went from one London to the other London, and yeah, that's all I can remember, but I really enjoyed it, so yes, I will get to these soon. Then we have God's Grave by J. Kristoff, which is the second in, what was it called, the Nevernight series. The third one just came out. I do have the first one. My friend adored the series. I haven't actually read the first one yet, which I feel like is a common theme for all these books. I'm just buying the rest of the series without having read them. I did pick it up at least a year ago, and I did like it, but I just wasn't in the mood for it, so I put it down. But yeah, so I did enjoy what I did read, so I am actually genuinely very excited because I do love a female assassin driven story, which is what this is about. Don't know anything else about it. I just need to wait for the paperback version of the third book to come out now. The Crown's Fate by Evelyn Skye is the second, and I think it's a duology, I'm pretty sure, because I saw this the other week, other month, whenever I got it recently. And I was like, I'm just going to grab it because that finishes the series, so I'm pretty sure it's a duology. Set in a Russian-style city world, and there's a trial going on between these 2 magicians to see who will advise the king. Then is The Rules and the Dagger by Renee Ade. I think that's how you say the last name. Is the second as well in the duology. Again, saw this the other week and wanted to just complete the series, so before I forget what happened in the first one. Sort of an Arabian Nights style book. Basically this young prince, every night his new bride wakes up, or they wake up in the morning to find her dead, and this girl's friend has just been found dead, so she volunteers to go and be his new bride. Onto the non-fiction paperbacks I have. The first one is Yoga Sutras by Nikolai Bachman. It is one of the newer books, as it still has the word so to deceit. It is basically just so I can develop and deepen my knowledge and understanding of yoga, because yeah, that's something I'm really interested in doing. Psychopath Test by John Ronson. This is one of my sister's books. She's into psychology, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, and it just sounded like really interesting to kind of delve into the human brain a little more. And then we have Confessions of a Sociopath by M.E. Thomas, which is about an actual sociopath. I think they wrote the book, or it was about them, and it's basically just, yeah, going into their brain and their thought process, which is another one of my sister's books. I said it was very good. Both sound very interesting. On to the hardbacks. First up we have King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. It is following Nikolai, who is the Prince King in that world, or the newly crowned prince or King, I can't remember what he becomes. It's been a while. I really need to reread the Grisha trilogy and Six of Crows. I'm not entirely sure where this falls in. I feel like it's happening along the same time as Six of Crows. But yeah, we'll need to I think I'm going to reread them all first before I pick this one up. Then we have Ninth House, another one by Leigh Bardugo, her first adult novel. It's basically about a young woman who's sent to Harvard, Yale, and then she sort of ends up getting caught up in the underground society, which I think has a magic system. I don't really know a lot about it, but I heard it was really good and it just like sounded something I would really enjoy, so picked it up. Then we have The Starless C by Erin Morgenstern, which is like her first, or like her second book in probably almost 10 years. It's been like 7 or 8 years since The Night Circus came out. Don't really know anything about this, but absolutely adored The Night Circus, so thought why not. Then Crescent City by Sarah J Maas, so again got this one very recently. I think it's about Bryce, is that her name? And she ends up teaming up with this fallen angel to figure out the murderer in the city who had also killed her friends. Don't really know much else about it, but obviously adore Sarah J Maas and very excited to read this. And I really want to read it now, but I have so many other books that I've had for longer that I feel like I should read first, but I don't feel like I should like pay attention to that and I should just pick it up if I want to read it now. Last but not least, we have a hardback non-fiction which is on philosophy. It is just titled Philosophy and it's by 3 different people, Zara Bain, Adam Ferner and Nadia Mehdi. Yeah, I'm interested in all these types of things like philosophy and psychology. I do have a psychology book that I have never read, but hopefully will soon. Yeah, just expanding your knowledge and, you know, things like that is always interesting, so hopefully it will be good. Yeah, but I am a fiction sucker. I do prefer a fiction book, so it takes me a really long time to get around to non-fiction, so we'll see when this actually happens. Yeah, so those are all the books. I hope one piqued your fancy or intrigued you to at least check out a proper blurb, because my descriptions are awful. I say it every time. I'm excited to get to all of them. When it will happen, I don't actually know. If you do pick any up, as always, I hope you enjoy them and I will see you in the next video.